On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on. A blessed and wonderful Saturday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, to the name Saturday, the day when some of the regular ones and ones them out there traverse the church. So happy Sabbath to you all. But whilst doing so, please remember On The Spot News Media's loyal viewers and subscribers in your immediate prayers. You definitely see how Jamaica run right now, so you know for sure. So we need that now more than ever. And to all of the regular ones and ones them out there traversing the streets from Moran Point to Negril Point, all who traverse in the streets going about their regular business, going to the market district, forget a little onion, skilling and time, you don't know, say to the name Saturday, the day when time we are going to bubble up a pot of soup. Safe travel, pan the gravel, and as always, my peeps, continuously look out on the corner here, because the old dirty corner boy them always out there. Alerts, yeah man, me I tell you. So we're gonna kick it off over there in the morning here in the Garden Parish of St. Ann, where the criminal element, the old rapist, the boy will hold on and take the people them little pitney life, has pleaded guilty. Yeah man. So on your screen is the now deceased 9-year-old at the time, Taliyah Thompson, whose life was taken after this big old dirty grey tone man up on your screen forced himself into the little 9-year-old's body, and then, as I stated earlier, brutally slaughtered her. Now the criminal element on your screen has since been identified as Troy Ellis, the man charged with the loss of life of the 9-year-old Taliyah Thompson in Discovery Bay in St. Ann last year. He pleaded guilty in the St. Ann Circuit Court on Thursday. The criminal element, Troy Ellis, aged 27, was also charged with escaping custody. He is to be sentenced on February 12th. Taliyah was found lifeless inside his house at Fortland Road on September 23rd of 2023. He escaped custody from the St. Anne's Bay Hospital on September 30 and was handed over to the Discovery Bay Police on October 1 by a citizen. Now I just hope that the judge is not lenient because you pled guilty. A 9-year-old life was taken tragically by your hands from her, leaving her lifeless, and her family members, mother and father, will always have this grief in their heart for a lifetime. So you do not deserve anything less than a lifetime in prison. Yeah man. Now moving right along to the neighboring parish of Trelawny, where a man is now in police custody after being arrested in connection with 2 separate fatal knifings in Falmouth, Trelawny on Wednesday night. The deceased men are both of Trelawny addresses, and they have since been identified as 44-year-old Noel Wilson, said to be of a Waterlane address in Falmouth, and Joel Corey, said to be of a Martha Bray address in Falmouth, Trelawny. According to reports from the Falmouth police, sometime around 9 p.m., Wilson was standing on Parade Street in the vicinity of the public sanitary facility when he was reportedly pounced upon and knifed up in the neck and the chest by an assailant armed with a knife. Then about 11:17 p.m., whilst the police were probing the first scene, they were called to Water Square in the town where Corey was also knifed up. Corey was taken to the Falmouth Public General Hospital where he subsequently succumbed to injuries. The police stated that they expect to make a charge soon. So this one man here, knife up two man, leaving them lifeless. Now on the Spot News Media will seek to understand why that rage in that man, which led him to the fatal knifing of two. Boy, I tell my peeps, the thing rough. Now over there in the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division, the community of Flanker was rocked with yet again another brutal and fatal knockings and clappings. Yeah man, a known gangster, a known knockis and clappis will claim to say him change him life and become a family man. End up lose him 3 pints as dirt settings was the order of the day. Now on the Spot News Media have been covering happenings in the general flankers community over the years, with downtown Sparta, uptown Sparta, with Libyan gang and with the rebel gang, and all the internal conflicts and rival conflicts, therefore within the confines of the flankers community. Now, it seems as if the rebel gang has had a split and an internal war has been happening. And that internal war has claimed the life of many and also the relocation of some of its own top knockers and clappies. Now, yesterday, the man presently on your screen identified as Ista Boy lost his life due to that said internal gang war. Now, one person on Instagram under the It's a Blast posted a rather profound statement. Now on your screen, it reads, Ista, they're referring to the now deceased man. Dr. Chang, feel this. That's number 1. Uptown Sparta, feel this. Pele Drive and 2nd Avenue, feel this. The streets did say you slap way top ranking and you live it out. Mad One did well slap you way. All of what the rebels do, it feel. Pinchers lost his life because the rebels feel him set up the artists. So after they slap with Pinchers, all the rebels, tap knockers and clappies, leave the island. So them say Ista did a play mind games to get rid of them. So them send the unknown knockers and clappies to wet you up in front of people. Ista was a real bad boy, note. But you turn family man and end up bite the dust. Such is life, youths. Badness don't pay. A real statement was never ever made. Yeah man, may I tell you, that definitely described the personality of Ista and also all what is happening internally in the rebel gang. Yeah man. Now, when Pinchers end up lose him 3 pints, Ista did runway, left the place, but him return in the place and think that everything good. It is said that a meeting was kept behind closed doors and plans were made for clap away Ista quick and fast, leaving him lifeless. Them did plan for clap away Ista, Pinchers and a youth named Nagy. But Pinchers end up lose him 3 pints some time ago. and Ista lost his life yesterday. But the youth when named Nagy get the 311 and take him back quick and fast. Now when them find out say them can't catch Nagy, them knock it and clap it pan one of Nagy friend known as Patchy. So them pay off Patchy because police get involved in the thing and Patchy kept his mouth silent. Now the rebel man gang is, and in some instances was, consisting of 5 top man were dip on the ground, different from the rebel men them were a fund the gang organization who lives abroad. Now these criminal elements list from 1 to 5 is Jermaine Hood, otherwise known as Pinchers, who is no longer among the land of the living. Number 2, a criminal element identified as Bill Hossins, otherwise known as Dollar Bill in the criminal underworld. 3rd, a criminal element identified as Kevin Hall, OC, Brother. And 4th, Junior Reed, otherwise known as Ista Boy. And 5th, but most definitely, last but not the least, Stephen Clark, but more popularly known in the criminal underworld as Bill Gates. So the internal gang war continues. And as that post under the Ista Blast posting of the now deceased Ista Boy clearly states, badness don't pay. Yeah man. Nobody feel like say you can be a knockis and clappis today and become a family man tomorrow. Remember, when you used to knock it and clap it, a whole heap of people, family, used to cry. And nobody feel like say them are going to forgive you because them wipe the water from them eye. It just don't work like that. Yeah man. So anyway, make we continue. Now over there in the neighboring parish of Hanover, a 34-year-old man presently on your screen has been slapped with several charges following the bold daylight knockings and clappings on Mark Street in Montego Bay, St. James in last December. Charged with the knockings and clappings of the man we call Long and Marg, I soon get into it, is this criminal element here presently on your screen identified as Orion Anderson, otherwise known as Proper. Now, Proper is charged with wounding with intent, possession of prohibited weapon, and using a firearm to commit a felony. It took place smack in the middle of downtown St. James. It is said that Proper is a so-called chef from Bamboo District in Hopewell, Hanover. So reports from the Montego Bay police are that sometime around 11:30 a.m. on December 5th, the victim, identified as Wesley Reed, presently on your screen, was walking along the roadway with a female relative. It is said that they were reportedly approached by an armed criminal element who opened gunfire, hitting them. The female that was in the company of the known Nakis and Clappis, the old dirty corner boy, Wesley Reed, who is now deceased, was his mother. They were both coming from a court hearing in which Wesley Reed was implicated in not just 1 or 2 but a triple fatal knockings and clappings in Roehampton, St. James. Now the police were summoned and the injured persons, that is Wesley and his mother, was taken to the hospital where Wesley Reed was pronounced you know what, and the woman was treated and released. Law enforcers says intense investigations subsequently led to Anderson turning in himself with an attorney on Wednesday, January 31st of this year. His court date is being arraigned. So a smart move on the part of you criminal element Orion Anderson. Yeah man, because Officer Yeman Pick would have most definitely find it rather interesting to be sent on an operation to seek you out. But anyway, make we continue. Now over there in the neighboring parish of Westmoreland. The Westmoreland police have coordinated a joint maritime operation which was conducted by the Jamaica Defence Force, that's the JDF, and the Jamaica Constabulary Force, JCF, which led to the seizure of a large quantity of marijuana aboard a vessel in the vicinity of Cave in Westmoreland on Friday. The vessel was intercepted early Friday morning, and a detailed search revealed that it was transporting an undetermined quantity of marijuana. Yeah, man. 19 drums of fuel and 3 individuals. One of these individuals was identified as a key player in the drug trafficking trade. A statement from the JCF Corporate Communications Unit stated that the quantity of the illicit drugs was not yet revealed because of the vast amount. She also stated that the successful counter-illicit trafficking mission was achieved through the coordinated actions of the 2nd Battalion, the Jamaica Regiment, the Jamaica Defence Force Air Wing, and the 2nd District Jamaica Defence Force Coast Guard, and also the JCF Narcotics Police Division. So with all that said, my peeps, another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. Yeah, man. Now for an update as it relates to the 63-year-old paralegal that lost her life presently on your screen. Now a 30-year-old mechanic was charged with the knockings and clappings that took the life of 63-year-old paralegal Sandra Risden. He has since been identified as Ojo Russell, but more popularly known in the criminal underworld as Jerry Stunts, said to be a resident of Woodpecker Avenue in Kingston. The official police report states that Ojo Russell, aka Jerry Stunts, was charged with assault at common law, possession of prohibited weapon, and unauthorized possession of ammunition. He is set to appear before the Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court on Tuesday, February 13. Miss Sandra Risden worked for several years at one of the country's most prestigious law firms. She was driving to work around 7 a.m. on Thursday, January 18th, when upon reaching the intersection of Zadie Gardens and Washington Boulevard, she was attacked and conned up by 2 men traveling on a Jamco motorcycle. Miss Risden was pronounced you-know-what at the St. Andrew Memorial Hospital. Now, the final thing that we are going to talk about. An update in the Julian Melissa Silvera murder case. Now, lawyers criticize the JCF for naming a woman as person of interest in the Silvera matter. Now, attorneys representing the woman named as person of interest in the Melissa Silvera murder investigation have condemned the decision by the police to publish her name. The woman whose name was published is Sashana Miller. She was named in a public notice by the police on Thursday, but in a statement to the media, Miss Miller's lawyers have described the decision as an act of intimidation. Sashana Miller is represented by King's Counsel Valerie Nita Robinson. Also named as members of her legal team is Kimberly Whitaker, Godfrey Reed, and John Mark Reed. In a statement on Friday, the legal team says the action by the police have led to a defamatory portrayal of their client as a person of interest in an ongoing murder investigation. According to the attorneys, Miller is not a person of interest. They say that this was confirmed by the police last week. Miller's legal team says by putting her name in public domain as a person of interest, detectives have given the impression that she's hiding. The attorneys say their client has faced undue intimidation and unwarranted speculation. They say that the media's attention generated by the press release from the JCF has had a negative effect on the personal and professional life of Sashana Miller. The legal team has threatened to utilize all legal avenues available to them to address what they describe as the damage caused by the unwarranted release of Miss Miller's name as a person of interest. They say that the public should respect the legal process and refrain from making baseless assumptions about their client's involvement. The lawyers closed by saying that Jamaica is not a police state. Therefore, intimidation and manipulation cannot be in the interest of justice. But before I close off, remember what King's Counsel Peter Champagne said about his client, Julian Silvera, in the initial investigation. But anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscasts. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.